Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Memphis Conservative channel. If you have subscribed already, subscribe and hit that like button and share this video and comment down below. So shout out to Breitbart for this article. Those of you, I'm pretty sure all of you know by now that Iran broke the deal overnight last night, or within the past 24 hours at least. And Trump says Iran can't blackmail the United States after ships come under fire in Strait of Hormuz. So doesn't look like Iran trying to give up, is it? But we'll show 'em. So we're gonna get right into this article. President Donald Trump said that the United States will not be blackmailed after Iranian military has once again proclaimed that the Strait of Hormuz will be closed and allegedly fired on multiple vessels on Saturday. Speaking from the Oval Office on Saturday morning, President Trump said that while his administration is having very good conversations with Tehran, he said that the Islamist regime was trying to act a little cute by attempting to close down the Strait of Hormuz just hours after agreeing to open the critical waterway. They can't be trusted. I'm just tell you that now, they can't be trusted. They can't blackmail us, Trump said. Nothing that many international shipping firms have rerouted their traffic to purchase energy from the United States in the Gulf of America rather than the Persian Gulf. The president added that more information about the state of negotiation with Iran would be released later on Saturday. Separately on Saturday, Iran's deputy foreign minister Saeed, um, y'all see the name, but I'm not going to try to say that last name. But the first name is Saeed, said there was no date set for further peace negotiations, adding that both sides must agree to a framework before sitting down again. And to me, they're not worth even try to even pronounce that name. Not worth it. That's just how I feel about it. We hope that as soon as we can finalize this, then we can move on to the next step, he said on the sidelines of a foreign in Turkey. It comes after a spokesman for the Iranian military announced on Saturday that Tehran would not allow safe passage for vessels through the Strait of Hormuz until the United States lifts its blockade of Iranian ships. The blockade has the potential to seriously wound the Iranian economy, with some noting that the country may be forced to permanently shut down some oil wells because they are running out of storage space and cannot pause crude oil production without seriously damaging extraction equipment. Following their threats to shut down the strait again, multiple vessels came under attack on Saturday, including a container ship that was hit by an unknown projectile which caused damage to some of the containers off the coast of Oman, according to the UK Maritime Trade Operations. This came after two merchant vessels said that they had been attacked by gunfire, the Times of London reported. It remains to be seen how the apparent Iranian attacks will impact negotiations with Washington, with President Trump having claimed on Friday that Tehran was desperate to come to the table and had agreed in principle to giving up its nuclear ambitions. So it looks like we're about to drop some more bombs on them. It also remains to be seen if the incidents on Saturday morning will impact the move by European NATO allies to finally send their ships to the Strait of Hormuz, including from Britain, France, Germany, and Italy. The announcement of a peacekeeping mission was made on Friday. However, this was under the assumption that hostilities in the region had ceased. So it look like we're trying to give our NATO allies one more chance to get in on this and help. Speaking at the Turning Point USA event after the announcement, President Trump marked the showing from the Europeans, saying that he only, excuse me, he only received calls from supposed allies once the fighting has stopped. We don't need you once the fighting has stopped. Now that the Hormuz Strait situation is nearly over, I received a call from NATO asking if we would like some help. Oh, now y'all want to help. Trump said. I told them I would have liked their help 2 months ago, but now I really don't want your help anymore because they were absolutely useless when we needed them. But actually, we never needed them. They needed us. My opinion, we should have been broke off from NATO a long time ago, decades ago. If it teaches us any one thing, we have to rely on ourselves, the president added. We can't rely on outside countries and outside sources. This is said Iran has laid small number of naval mines into Strait of Hormuz, challenging peace talks. Okay, we're gonna show y'all. But yeah, they can't be trusted. They're trying to come to the president's trying to come to the table with Trump, to discuss something. They were the ones that's out there. They were not allowed. I don't trust them anyway. I mean, even if they do come to some type of deal or something like that, I just still don't trust them though anyway. But let me show y'all this. See if I can bring this up. Now, this was back in 80s, like 87. And this clip has resurfaced. It was back in 87 when Trump was talking about this on.
How would you do that? Would you send in the Marines? Would you take a chance in a war?
Let them have Iran. You take.
What do you mean we take their oil?
You go in. You're
How
gonna have
do
a
we
war,
go
Barbara.
in?
You're going to have a war by being weak.
Okay, how do we go in? What do we do?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're going to have
Well,
a
you
war.
have it on that part.
And it's going to start in the Middle East.
What if the Soviet Union said, you do this to Iran, we're going to come in?
I don't believe they do it. The next time Iran attacks this country, go in and grab.
So there you have it. And that clip there been resurfaced lately. He was talking about this back in '87. He was on Barbara Walters' show. That man said, "Take their oil. That's what you go after." So it's like, oh, I guess basically you say, hey, he been want to do this for a long time. I remember when Barbara Walters or Oprah Winfrey back in the '80s, when he was on their show, they asked, he said, well, what? He said, well, would you run for president? He said, no. He said, well, what if they just give it to you? Would you become president then? If they just say, hey, we'll let you become president. He said, nah, it's not the right time yet. That's what he said. I mean, that's an old video clip. You can go check it out and look it up. I want to say he was on Oprah Winfrey show when he said that. But he was talking about this back in the '80s, the late '80s. So he was already on this. But for I run them, I don't trust them. I know what a bunch of y'all gonna say. I got a best friend. Shout out to Huggy Pacino Effect. Go there and check out his channel. Me and him be having our little disputes. I mean, we never get into it. Like we get mad at each other and cuss each other out and nothing like that. But we'll have our debates. And when I be talking about this, he was like, he don't like Israel for nothing because he don't trust him. A lot of people feel like that. Like, I don't trust him. Why can't we never just tell him now? Like, well, we had one president back in the day that tried to tell him now, and what happened? Blowed his brains all over the back seat. But I mean, that story that runs deep though. Yeah, me and him, we be having our debates though. It's my brother from another mother, man. One love. But thanks for y'all stopping by the Memphis Conservative channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and share this video and hit that like button. And comment down below. I want to see our comments about this. That that I run, because me, I don't trust them, even if they did come to a deal. Well, I mean, but I'm talking about it won't even a good 24 hours, and they had already attacked some people. So I guess they don't believe fat meat grease, but I guess as us as the United States, we gotta show them. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.